Welcome to Spirit School. My name is Danielle Sarenk, also known as the Squamish Medium. I am the host of your Spirit School, where I will share all the lessons and learnings that I have uncovered through my intuitive development and mediumship development journey. I am a professional psychic and medium, an intuitive teacher and mentor, and I look forward to walking alongside you on this journey. Hello and welcome to April 2019. My name is Danielle Sarenk. I'm also known as the Squamish Medium. Either you're tuning in here on my YouTube page or on my podcast Spirit School, which can be found on Google Play or iTunes, as well as Podbean. That's my host site. And this is a monthly video log podcast episode I'm doing on the energies of the month that are coming through. And I do this very intuitively. Spirit actually gives me nudges even to do them because I don't have a schedule I keep or anything. I just love to live an intuitive lifestyle and a style led by spirit. So today I was kind of getting ready. I have some readings and then I hear this nudge. I'm like, do your monthly thing. Like, let's get this energy out there. So thank you, Spirit, for that nudge. And here I am today. I don't even prepare what I'm going to say. Everything just kind of comes through in a channeled and inspired way. I do love using oracle cards. I'm a certified angel card reader through Kyle Gray, who is my favorite spiritual teacher. Hay House Radio, he has a great show called Angel Tribe, and he's just a wonderful, inspiring teacher, very grounded in his teaching. So I'll be using his cards this month, Angels and Ancestors, which is one of my new favorites, and I'm dedicating to be the deck that I use. I don't use cards in my readings. I use them for myself, but I will be doing a little bit more with cards in the future. And so I have dedicated to this deck and getting to know it, and that's what I'll be using this month. So one thing that's coming to my mind when I'm tuning into the April energies is just this symbology of Mother Earth coming alive. You know, it's a very divine feminine time of the month. It's where we really kind of get expressive with our emotions. You know, we see all around us in the Northern Hemisphere that Mother Earth is coming alive. She's blooming, the seeds that are germinating, and we start to see that vibrancy and that color, and we pick that up as intuitive souls. We really pick up the emotions and the intuition that lies behind colors. Anyone who loves to do aura readings will definitely tune into that. Anyone who's clairvoyant or clairsentient, that's definitely going to be something that you're going to be picking up. So wherever you can, get outside this month, go walk around, stop, look at the blooms coming in the trees, look at the flowers coming out of the gardens, really be present within that moment and admire the beauty that's blooming around you. And as you're doing this, it's a great opportunity to expand your heart chakra and really connect with the love that our Mother Earth gives us. And as we look up to the sky to Grandmother Moon at this time of our waning cycle, is going to be the new moon next week. Where she sits in the sky, where I am, I see her in the morning and up until about noon in her crescent beauty. So it's beautiful being able to connect with Mother Earth and Grandmother Moon and really feel into those divine feminine elements. Now, when it came to the cards that I was pulling this month, I shuffle and ask the cards, okay, what energies are coming through? What spread do I need to do? And this month, the cards were calling me to do Strength Heart Challenge. So with the Strength card, we got the Be the Light card. It's called the White Witch. And what I loved about this card is that you actually see a lot of natural beauty in it. You see a lot of growth coming in. Reminds me of like what I was just talking about with the blooms of Mother Earth. The Be the Light, you know, the light is returning right now. So it kind of ignites within us our own desire to share our light, you know, coming out of winter where we kind of kept our light to ourselves and did that real self-reflection work. Now we are ready to share our light. And so is Grandfather Sky and the Sun and Mother Earth. So this is really the strength of April, is really sharing that rejuvenation that you would have experienced through the darker winter of bringing yourself internally. And now it's spring, we're coming out. It's really about sharing that light. So if you have a way of sharing your gifts and maybe you've been holding back for fear of judgment or fear of not being ready or fear of not being good enough, this month what I'm hearing right now is actually that you need to get over that and start sharing your gifts. So even if like you have no intuitive training, but somehow you feel called to inspire others, maybe it's through oracle cards, maybe it's through aura readings, whatever it is, this is the time, this is the month to get over the fear that is usually the ego coming forward and limiting yourself, and really focus on sharing that light. This card also represents to me this like wisdom that is guiding you. So if you can trust, it's represented by an owl. That's my symbology for owl, is like really wisdom, and it's actually seeing the unseen, because they're very nocturnal animals. And so, this is an opportunity to kind of let wisdom be your guide, and don't get so hung up in the unseen. Not everything has to be seen to be spoken about or understood. So this is a good time to let the shadow rest, because we have come out of winter, and let the light come through. Okay, so that's going to be the strength of this month. So be that light. When it comes to heart, and this is what I love about oracle cards, I actually pulled the Heart Guardian. And I might have pulled this last month. I didn't have this deck last month, but I think I pulled a different deck that was very similar. So Heart Guardian, this is what matters of the heart. And this is really telling you to love and let yourself be loved. So I know it's going to be mostly women who are listening to my podcast. And I have actually seen a theme of this come up this week. So funny that this card comes up, where there's a lot of women who will not receive, who will not be loved in a way that they deserve. Sometimes past fears of being hurt or protecting yourself because being hurt in the past, or different traumas that we carry with us through this life and past lives, there's an inability to fully accept and receive gifts and love and compliments. So this is really saying, for matters of the heart, we need to love and let love in. So I would encourage you to go around and tell people how you really feel about them in a loving way, okay? This is not to vent your dirty laundry to your frenemy or anything like that. This is actually, going up to your mom and saying, wow, thank you for everything that you do for me. I totally appreciate it and I love you. Or even one of your friends who always comes to your aid whenever you call, and sometimes you feel that imbalance of you not pulling the same weight in the friendship for whatever reasons. Go to this person and say, wow, I'm so appreciative of the love and the energy that you put towards our relationship. And so you will see that when you love, you will receive back that love. And that's just, universal law. What you give, you get. And so when it comes time for somebody to compliment you and to gift you something, it's kind of awkward sometimes if we're resistant to receive. So what I encourage you for matters of the heart this month is to receive, and receive it with grace, okay? It can be uncomfortable. I even get that too when I have clients say to me, thank you for doing what you do. It's so amazing. Like, I kind of tense up right away, like, oh my God, I'm not doing this for praise. But, they are appreciative. So it's just around opening up your heart in those moments and not standing so resistant, and accepting all that you deserve. So first give love, then receive love. Matters of the heart. So the challenge is interesting, and again, this is why I love cards. I actually pulled the spring card, and it says, see your seeds grow, and it's represented by a bunny hopping through the woods. And when I tune into this card, this is a challenge card. This is actually what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling is around now is the time to plant our seeds. It was actually a couple weeks ago, but sometimes we get so wrapped up in the external beauty and what is around us that we're not fully cognizant of still planting those seeds and intentions. We still have summer, we still have fall, we still have winter, so it's still very important to still keep a little bit of yourself present and still wish and dream. When we go into summer, we get into this like high action. We want to be outside all the time. We may not work on our inner selves as much. So this is a reminder, as a challenge, to still, though the weather's beautiful, days are getting longer, still plant your seeds, because it's not harvest season. And when it comes to harvest season, and if you have not planted your intentions and your seeds of how you want to live your best life, then you're going to feel a little bit shortchanged when it comes to harvest season. So this is a good reminder and a challenge for you to really focus on, what does 6 months from now look like? What does 7 months from now look like? And how can I just plant those intentions and those seeds to Mother Earth and the universe and Father Sky and Grandmother Moon, coming up to this new moon, to really have a fulsome and enjoyable harvest down the road. So don't lose yourself in this beautiful weather. We still have work to do. It's still a busy time. So that's going to be your challenge this month. And all in all, what I'm hearing right now to speak about is around the relationships. And we're in between two full Libra moons. And Libra really has that family and relationship energy. So this is really around getting real about your relationships, is what I'm hearing. We can kind of get trapped into a bubble. They're showing me a bubble of like this victim mode of our relationships, and not fully assigning blame where blame is due. It's like that shame and blame. Everything is everybody else's fault. If this person would only change their perspective, this thing would be differently. When we have no control over other people and other people's reactions and other people's thoughts and other people's perceptions, we only have our own control. And we just came off of a retrograde yesterday and went direct. And so this actually comes up a lot with retrograde, but what Spirit's making me aware is that the people who will be listening to this and tuning into this really need to look at their relationships and look at the role that they're playing. And that if you can find harmony within your own self and your own role in what transpired, that will offer a lot of healing to the situation through the law of grace. Okay, so law of grace is really turning that fear into love, hate into love, confusion into love. So really call on divine grace this month to support you in those relationships. I'm also getting a sense around I'm seeing like a lot of traveling. So if you haven't already, it's hard to get super inspired in the winter to want to go traveling. That's more spring, summer, but I'm getting like this sense around traveling and really spending time with family where you can. So even if you don't have children or a partner, we choose our family. Like my best friend, who's also the godmother to my children, she's my chosen family. So, and it's funny because we have actually recently talked about doing a family holiday together. So it's really around this relationships, connecting, staying connected to the external people around us, our chosen family and our above family, and really focus on spending quality time together. The visions that I'm being shown are really around going to the lake and having a barbecue, supporting one another. I'll cook this time. Okay, you bring the food. It's kind of like really around this village mindset of not every man fending for himself. It's actually cohabitating and collaborating on these beautiful experiences with one another. So really around like relationships and this travel piece that I'm made to feel. So I do feel angel energy coming in as well. So, when I talk about angels, some people like totally tune out. That is not me. I am feeling Archangel Ariel around me right now. And I have to say, the message that I'm receiving through that is really, I'm being shown wind, a lot of wind and like breeze and blowing. And they're really kind of showing me this sign around like surrendering. So like there's this need to kind of like stop controlling the situation that you're thinking about. When I talk about Archangel Ariel, I think some people just got a situation in their head. And what they're saying around the situation is be like the wind. You need to surrender. The wind can kind of carry you to where you need to go. Beauty really unfolds in this surrendering. So when I talk about a situation, put one in your mind, and this is the message that she brings forward. She actually shows me people like gripping to the ground. It's almost like, a butterfly like hanging to a flower when the gust of wind goes, and they're really calling to just let go, see where the wind goes. There's angelic forces guiding us all at this very moment, and they're showing me very clearly that the unfolding of this is more beautiful than we can imagine. So you will miss out on that if you try to cling on to a situation or control the situation that you have in your mind. So surrender, and just let the wind take you where you want to go. And if you have a hard time surrendering, or you have a hard time envisioning what the situation is that I'm speaking of, I would definitely call in Archangel Ariel and just say, thank you, Archangel Ariel, for reminding me of your presence, and thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. And then just sit and let whatever comes to you come to you, okay? So these are the energies and messages for the month of April. So I hope that they resonate with you, and give this podcast or video another listen at the end of the month and see what transpired and if it was accurate for you. I'll be back for a new moon forecast in just a couple days here. You're getting a lot of podcasts and videos this week. And from now until then, really enjoy the weather and enjoy the spring.